Good morning. Glad you're with us this morning. I'm Brad Satin. Hopefully you're watching this morning from the comfort of your home, because if you have to venture out, what a mess it is. We are seeing lots of spinouts, crashes, road closures, thanks to a winter storm that dumped 5 to 10 inches of snow in most parts of the metro. We have team coverage this morning of what was the biggest snowfall of the season for most so far, starting with Sam Ryan, who's keeping an eye on the roads. It is a mess out there, huh?
It is just treacherous. Worst I've ever seen, and I've lived here my entire life, Brad. And this morning, I didn't think conditions could get any worse, but I will say it looks like they've gotten a little bit worse. We have multiple closures right now. I want to show you on the map first, and then I'll show you the cameras. But 694, all the way from 94 to 35W in both directions, is now shut down. Now, they have dumped a couple truckloads of salt on that area, and I think they're waiting for that to take effect. We also have 494 now from Bass Lake Road all the way up to 94, and even Bass Lake Road south to what's Schmidt Lake Road, if you know the region. That is, we're seeing traffic being diverted. There's only a couple cars getting through. Also, there's slow and go traffic on 94. Only a few lanes open at a time, and then we see semis getting stuck on a bridge right at 280, 94 westbound. Now we also have 394 westbound heading out of the tunnel. That is shut down right now due to multiple vehicles that have no traction. We also have 62 crosstown heading east. Now this is shut down, traffic being diverted onto Tracy Avenue, and they're kind of going up and then right back down and trying to get back onto Crosstown. But we've seen a lot of vehicles stuck on 494 as well. Now we'll get to those traffic cameras for you and show you exactly what's taking place. So this is 694, as I mentioned, from about 94 all the way to 35W, and this is the traffic heading eastbound. You can see they are being diverted. This is University, or 47, if whatever you want to call it there. And here's the other area on 494 heading north. Notice multiple vehicles. They are stuck. We have two semis look like they are stuck, and then a car that is spun out in the ditch there. Now heading south, things are very, very slow, and I'll show you a reason why as we walk our way down. Look at these semis, how they are stuck right there. And 49th is also known as Schmidt Lake Road, if you know the region. So we are seeing lots of backed up traffic. Now we head into downtown. We get a look at 394 heading westbound right out of 94. And we'll see that here. Well, we have a camera that's not being positioned too well, but that is being shut down. The cars, it looks like a few cars now making their way out of 394 heading west. So that's some good news there. So all these shutdowns are due to vehicles that are just stuck on the roads, and once they can get a move. And we have been watching this section, 94 heading west, all morning long. And as soon as they get traffic moving, then it stops and we get a vehicle stuck. Looks like we have a vehicle stuck there. Looks like we have a vehicle stuck there. And all the traveling that you do around the roads, around the metro this morning, you're going to have to zigzag it. Here's another section of 94 right at 35E. Semi stuck. Walmart semi stuck. We have multiple big rigs that are stuck on the roads. Here's a look at 62 Crosstown and the reason why they're diverting traffic at Tracy. This is heading eastbound on 62. That's Tracy as the traffic being diverted in that direction. And the reason why? Well, because it's very, very slick on 62 in Crosstown there. There we go. You got more vehicles stuck. They can't get through. And so that's the reason for that direction. And we're seeing this all around the entire metro here, Brad, where we have vehicles spun out and the roadways are a complete ice rink. So take it easy. I'll bring you another update here in a few more minutes, and we'll walk you through those cameras once again.
Sam, you were right. I don't know that in my 10 years here, have seen it this bad. Now a look from the skies here down toward the road. Chopper 5 has been up this morning to show you what the roads are seeing right now. A lot of slipping and sliding and trucks just stuck, as Sam was mentioning. Let's go now to Chopper 5 pilot Ken Melchior. Ken, you're above 394 west of Minneapolis, where you were seeing people pushing cars, trying to get them loose of the snow and the ice.
Brad, that's exactly the case. As soon as we lifted off this morning and going around and investigating the various interstates around the metro area, it was a troubling sight. Cars in the ditch, cars pulled over. It seems to be the underlying story here is a layer of ice along overpasses and turns. We're at westbound 394 right now, just west of downtown Minneapolis, where underlying ice is giving tractor trailers a really difficult time trying to make it up even the slightest of grade up the hill. They're getting stuck. Of course, that creates a log jam in these major thoroughfares in the metro area. On top of that, we just noticed recently, and the accident was just cleared, on the eastbound direction of 394, when they make the turn to 94 to go to the Lowry Tunnel, again, it's ice. And cars cruising along at speed come into that turn, hit that underlying ice, and crash into the barriers, again, creating congestion. So that's kind of what Sam has said, the story all across town. We're dealing with ice underneath the light snowpack on the interstates right now, and it catches the drivers off guard when they get into that turn, when they get into the overpasses, and that's where the real problem area is right now. 394 westbound, once you get past Penn Avenue, it clears up and it's no problem. But east of Penn Avenue, it is gridlock. 394 is gridlock right now. Back to you, Brad.
And it's interesting. You talk about those tractor trailers stuck trying to get up some hills here. It reminds me of the situation in Atlanta a few weeks ago where things were completely shut down for 24 hours or longer. We always thought we don't have these problems here in Minnesota, but clearly we do. In all of your years, have you ever seen it this bad?
I'll tell you what, I maybe have seen it this bad, but I sure don't remember it. It was awful this morning. I knew I was in trouble when I got up this morning and saw 6 feet of snow at the end of my driveway. So when we got up in the air today, it didn't take long. 35E, there were several incidents along there just north of downtown Minneapolis, creating lane closures, and it's ongoing, off and on. They clear an accident, another one happens. Clear an accident, another one happens. It's like that all around town from Chopper 5.
No doubt about it. You talk about those plows pushing the snow to the side. You can easily have 6 feet along some of these roads for sure. All right, Ken, we will check back in with you in a bit, but clearly a bad situation on the roads. Try not to go out if you can help it. More on this now. We're going to go to our Catherine Johnson, who has been driving on some of the roads since 4:30 this morning. Catherine, what are you seeing?
Hey, Brad, we're coming up right now on that major traffic jam on westbound 94. We're seeing people getting out of their cars, which is the biggest mistake you can do on these slick roads. Even going 3 miles an hour this morning during our morning shows, we were fishtailing 3 miles an hour. That's how bad these conditions are. And I know the sun is out, so it doesn't look like it's so bad right now, but it's just as slick as it was 3-4 hours ago. Crash numbers doubled overnight from about 200 to now more than 400 accidents this morning since that snow started falling yesterday. That's just how bad these roads are. And you can see this backup for miles on 94 West. I've never seen anything like this before. We took East River Road to get into Minneapolis so we could take this route and show you guys this backup. And honestly, those are the best conditions that we've seen all morning. If you're looking for alternate routes, take that. Do not get stuck in this parking lot. These are tough conditions to work through. We've been watching accident after spin out after accident this morning, narrowly avoiding a few of them ourselves. The biggest mess, including this one over here on 94, it's all about that slow and steady incline. On this kind of ice, if you have to stop in traffic, your wheels may just start spinning once you try to get going again, and then you're not going to get anywhere. If there's one thing to keep in mind here, allow plenty of room in front of you, just like we're doing here, about 3 car lengths. It could actually be the difference between an accident and a safe but slow drive. We want to take care of each other on these roads today, guys. Back to you in the studio.
Take it slow for sure. Catherine, thanks. If you're thinking about using Metro Transit instead of driving yourself, we want to let you know that right now, we just checked in with them, about 66% of the buses are on schedule. Average delay right now about 7 minutes. There are also about 20 to 30-minute delays we're hearing on the North Star train line. That's public transit. Now let's get over to meteorologist Ken Barlow, dealing with the wind still right now as well.
Yeah, and that's the problem, Brad. You know, the problems didn't come from all the snow we had. We had 5 to 10 inches. We see that quite frequently in the Twin Cities. It was the initial inch of snow we got yesterday when it was all mush, the heavy, wet snow, and it was still 35 degrees. When the temperature dropped, that stuff froze, and that's what people are driving on. MnDOT cleared off the 5 to 10 inches very easily, but it is the ice that came down or froze yesterday rather than what we see here. 9.9 officially at the airport, 8.2 in St. Cloud, Hastings, Hudson, somewhere around 7-8 inches. Few places in Hudson reporting 9. A winter weather advisory now. The winter storm warning's been dropped. This is the lesser of the two evils. This means it's getting better. However, Rochester, down in Olmsted County, they're reporting the roads are not getting any better there either. The blizzard warning continues. This is our concern now, blowing and drifting snow because of winds gusting over 30 miles per hour, Brad. I do have good news. It comes in the form of the weekend. I'll tell you more about it coming up.
All right, Ken, thanks. Take a look at this flash of blue, a transformer exploding here. This was down in Rochester. It led to just one of many power outages all over the state. Now, at last check, we're hearing about 4,400 XL Energy customers still without power in the metro area. That comes from a high of about 58,000 customers at one point in both Minnesota and Wisconsin. Crews working hard to try to get that power restored. And with crews out plowing around the clock, you're going to want to watch where you'll park, of course. Cities we know like St. Paul, Minneapolis, Bloomington, Eden Prairie, all right now declaring snow emergencies. You can find out if your city has one, along with your city's rules for those snow emergencies, by going to our website. Just head to kstp.com. Take a look at this. This is what one of our photographers was able to capture, setting up a camera, recording the snow falling, pretty much totally covering up that basketball, and at least, well, that garden gnome is gone. Looks like the ruler was just long enough, though, to stay partially uncovered. The snow coming down when you speed it up like that. The president is planning to visit the Twin Cities. Up next, when he's coming and what his topics will be. And that massive Target data breach, was it the first of many? We're hearing from internationally known cybersecurity expert about the new normal and how you should be able to protect yourself when something like this happens. Plus, a possible breakthrough with St. Paul teachers threatening to strike. Those stories still ahead this morning.
Get Dave Dahl's forecast afternoons on 1500 ESPN.
Accidents happen, but don't give up on your car. Bring it to Maaco. For a limited time, get 20% off collision repairs up to $500. Let us get you back on the road and on to your next adventure. Easy, affordable, and reliable. Maaco, America's Body Shop.
Welcome to 4-Day Medical Store. 4-Day Medical Store has one of the Midwest's biggest inventories of quality and affordable home healthcare aids for daily living. If you're looking for a bed and bath safety products, walking aids, compression stockings, or a CPAP, 4-Day Medical Store can help you. And 4-Day Medical Store has the largest display of lift chairs and scooters in the Twin Cities area with the lowest prices guaranteed. Visit one of our showrooms or go to 4daymedicalstore.com. 4-Day Medical Store, locally owned and operated.
It's the final days of the President's Day sale at Dock 86. We've brought in truckloads of top-quality overstock, showroom samples, and one-of-a-kind items. And with 3 years zero-interest financing, buying furniture's easy. Get this $1,600 queen bedroom set for just $10.99 or $31 a month. This $1,000 reclining sofa just $6.99 or $20 a month, interest-free. But the President's Day savings event ends Monday at Dock 86. A good deal more.
I'm a mom from Plymouth. My name is Stephanie, and this morning I got my groceries from Cub, and I brought my receipt here to Walmart to compare prices. It's really important to my family to try to save money and stay within a budget.
Cookies and crackers, you could have saved $1.79 here at Walmart.
Wow.
Yeah, and Thomas English muffins, $1.21 less than a Cub.
That's a lot. That takes the stress out of trying to stay under the grocery budget so much.
$133.74, that's a savings of over $20 or 13%.
That's amazing. I've got a new store.
Give me your tired, your sore, your huddled masses yearning to break free. The weekend warriors, the casual strollers, the short of breath, and the short on time. Send them all. For at the Y, they'll be welcomed, united in the pursuit of fitness.
Luther Kia in Inver Grove and Bloomington give you reasons to love your new Kia. Like our 2014 Kia Sorento, now just $129 a month lease with up to 26 mpg highway. Or check out our 2014 lineup of new Kia Optimas. Now just $99 a month lease and gets up to 34 mpg highway. What a deal! Do you have a job? Do you want to ride satisfied? Head straight to Luther Kia in Inver Grove and Bloomington today.
Ride satisfied.
Next, Katie, don't miss amazing women and their incredible inventions. Genius innovations that'll leave you saying, why didn't I think of that? Who will take home the Mother of Invention grand prize? Next, Katie.
Today at 2 on Channel 5.
Big news coming into our newsroom this morning. St. Paul teachers appear to have reached a tentative agreement with the district to avoid, hopefully, a strike. This comes after a 24-hour negotiating session. News conference was scheduled for this morning but was delayed because of the weather. It will now happen on Monday. As of right now, it's not exactly clear which of the teachers' demands were met. They had been asking for a cap on class sizes, more access to pre-K for students, and the hiring of more support staff. Of course, we'll keep you posted as we learn more. Just 2 days after Vice President Joe Biden paid a visit to the Twin Cities, we've learned the president is headed here soon. The DFL party confirming President Obama is coming to the Twin Cities next week, his first trip here in more than a year. Star Tribune and Pioneer Press say that he is coming Wednesday to talk about the economy. Take a look at this. Kind of cool video here. Lots of folks digging their cars out this morning. This is in Uptown. We took 7 minutes and speeded up that video. People cleaning up off their cars into 20 seconds. It's a whole lot more fun watching it on TV than actually doing it yourself.
And going fast like that. The fastest people in the Twin Cities.
If only it would take, you can get it done that quickly.
If only. Well, the snow came and went, and now we're dealing with its aftermath, which is mostly that layer of ice I described a little bit earlier, and you've probably drove on, and everybody else, me included. The wind chill is a big story now. The wind itself and the wind chill, it kind of comes together at this time of year. It's back for the first time in a while. We still are getting gusts up to 30 miles per hour into early this afternoon. It's about 2 o'clock maybe. And then the wind chill goes down to 15 below at times. It will likely be slow again. Here's a news flash for you for the afternoon drive as well. So be prepared for that if you ventured out and got stuck this morning. I don't know if it'll be that bad, but it'll likely slow things down. You don't have to be a genius to figure that one out. There are some clouds off to the north and some snow. That's the last of the snow now, moving up 35 up around Moose Lake. That's all getting out of here. Nothing left but the wind, gusting to 33 in Minneapolis. That's strong. That's causing the blowing and the drifting. 30-mile-an-hour gusts in St. Paul. We've been watching these all morning long, and they have been consistent. Since it got here at 1 o'clock, it has been blowing at 30 to 35 miles per hour in gusts. Steady at 20. Temperature right now is 9 in Minneapolis, 10 in St. Paul. So we're right around that double-digit mark. We will slowly start to go up. Now the sun will start to do a little bit of work anyway. Here's that wind chill I talked about. 13 below at St. Cloud, lots of 9s, 10 degrees below zero. Again, nothing dreadful, but certainly colder than it's been. And really difficult to take after we had those back-to-back 40-degree days. It's back to reality. This afternoon, 18 degrees. Windy with a mix of clouds and sunshine. The skies have cleared. Hopefully the sunshine goes to work on the salt that MnDOT is going to or has already put down. They said they needed that as a kind of an ingredient to give it a kick to allow it to work. Northwest winds 15 to 30 miles per hour. Tonight the wind dies down, but there'll be just enough to give us wind chills around 20 below. Actual air temperature the first time in a while will be close to 0. Tomorrow, much quieter, 15 degrees, a morning low of 0. 0 again tomorrow night. Sunday, 14 below, 1 below at night. And then here we go. I don't know if you want to see this. A couple of flurries on Monday. Not too bad here for the first couple of days of the week. And then, Brad, look at the single number high temperatures there. 8 on Wednesday, 7 on Thursday. But I did manage to find a bright spot.
Yes.
Would you like to see it?
Sure.
It is Saturday.
When we will only
gets.
hit a low of 0 degrees.
And there won't be a lot of wind. It'll be sunny and it'll be Saturday. So
you know, I'm going to
the only
ask
reason.
long-term projections beyond this week. I know they're not quite as accurate. Any warm-ups in our future? Or it's not looking.
Perhaps after 7 to 10 days, but not. This will take us. What is today? 21st. This will take us into early March.
Yes.
It looks like.
All right.
So just cold stuff.
It's going to stick around.
What an awful winter.
It's got to be an end in sight, right?
There is somewhere.
Ken, thank you. Well, if you think Target's cybersecurity breach was a rare event, think again. Hackers working right now to attack retailers, banks, and ultimately you. As Tom Hauser explains, an internationally known cybersecurity expert says this is the new normal.
When computer hackers executed one of the biggest cyber thefts in history at Target Corporation during the holiday season, most of us were shocked. Kevin Mandia was not.
As long as people can hack with no risks or repercussions, this is something that's here to stay. It's going to happen again and again and again. It's just the nature of cybersecurity.
You might not recognize Mandia's face or name, but he's a rock star in the cybersecurity world. Even featured on the cover of Fortune magazine last year when he uncovered that China's government was stealing U.S. trade secrets by hacking American companies.
It's like an ultimate fighting championship where the ultimate fighting champion's fighting your grandmother. It's an unfair fight.
That's how he describes the Chinese government versus American companies. He says non-government hackers, probably mostly in Eastern Europe, are also targeting American companies, including retailers like Target, Neiman Marcus, and frankly, everyone else.
And I always liken it to getting sucker punched. It's really hard to be the head of security at any retailer, these blue chip American retailers during the holiday time frame, because you get massively targeted.
Mandia's company was brought in to help Target figure out how it got hacked and how to stop it from happening again.
I feel like it's
in town to speak at a tech conference, Mandia told me all retailers are fighting a cyber war that's nearly impossible to win.
If you have one little slip up, one little opening somewhere, it will be found. And quite frankly, in the world of cybersecurity, all advantage goes to the offense. All advantage goes to the attacker.
And every time a company comes up with a new defense, the hackers come up with a new point of attack.
You're defending a wide front, maybe multiple fronts, against an attacker who can pinpoint where he wants to hit you. Unfair fight.
That means big companies like Target have to worry about their own systems, along with systems used by their vendors and partners. Retailers, banks, and card issuers are all working to stop hackers, but Mandia says consumers shouldn't wait for a news story to alert them to a security breach.
Absolutely. One thing a consumer can always do is track their identity, notice, if there's been loans pulled out in their name, do their credit scores, watch their card data.
He calls it the new normal.
There is a fence being put up. We're doing the best we can, but every once in a while you get sucker punched out there.
In Minneapolis, Tom Hauser, 5 Eyewitness News.
Now, the Minnetonka company that brought Mandia here to speak says they found evidence of cyber attacks in every company they've been hired to check out. And that's why consumers should really be checking their accounts often. A check on the markets is coming up next. Plus, we're learning more about the plan lawmakers are pushing to try to keep the price of propane under control when we come back.
Honda Civic beats Toyota Corolla with more horsepower, better gas mileage, more passenger room, rear view camera and steering wheel mounted controls standard on Civic, but not on Corolla. Get 0.9 for 60 months financing on Civic. And Honda wins Kelley Blue Book Awards for most trusted, best overall, and best value brand again. Test drive Civic today and see why. Honda Civic beats Toyota Corolla. 0.9 for 60 months on Civic now at your Honda dealer. Shop Honda.com.
The President's Day sale at Home Furniture ends Saturday. Get an additional 5% off sale prices or 10% off when you spend $14.99. Plus, get 0 interest financing until 2018. The President's Day sale at Home Furniture.
We're hitting the road to help America discover the new helper. You've got to try this sweet and sour chicken helper.
I didn't know they made chicken.
Crunchy taco or 4-cheese lasagna?
Can I get another one of those, actually?
Hey, America, we're here to help.
Is this the bacon and cheese diet?
This is the creamy chicken corn chowder. I mean, look at it. It's so indulgent. Did I tell you I am on the chicken pot pie diet? Me too.
So indulgent, you'll never believe they're light. 100-calorie Progresso Light Soups.
I'm Rachel Shambut. My dad is Dr. Scott Shambut from Shambut Family Dentistry. Does your tooth hurt? A lot? If you need a dentist, come see my dad. He won't be mad if you didn't see a dentist for a long time. He just wants to take care of you and your teeth. And if you have a toothache, he'll try and get you in the same day you call. Even new patients, because he doesn't want to see anybody in pain. If you don't see my dad, please see another dentist. Take care of your teeth, because they're the only ones you get.
Get inspired and get started at the Minneapolis Home and Garden Show, February 26th to March 2nd at the Minneapolis Convention Center. 5 days only to find new ideas and great deals in home improvement and landscaping with hundreds of experts all under one roof. Tour the amazing Idea Home. Stroll through 22,000 square feet of feature gardens and get DIY tips from celebrity experts. From cabinets and flooring to gardening and more. Don't miss the Minneapolis Home and Garden Show. Buy tickets online and save $2 at homeandgardenshow.com.
The gold medal race is on at Home Sleep Express. Bust out from the pack with 5% off any purchase and bring home the gold with 10% savings when you spend $14.99. Plus 0 interest financing until 2016. Gold medal savings at Sleep Express.
Join Twin Cities Live Thursday, February 27th at 3 for a special live broadcast from the Minneapolis Home and Garden Show.
Be in our audience and meet your favorite personalities from KS95, HGTV, and My Talk 107.1.
Get discounted tickets online at homeandgardenshow.com.
Welcome back. The roads are an absolute mess right now, seeing all kinds of problems, monitoring this one. Let's go over to Sam. This is 94 and 169. Another truck stuck, right?
That's right. This is the third I've seen this morning. We just watched him go 94 westbound and take that ramp onto 169 southbound. And here the big rig is stuck now on that ramp. So that is completely closed off and he's trying to back down. He's getting awfully close to that edge. We're worried about that thing tipping over. So I'll keep watching this situation. There's many more cameras to report on. I'll get to that in just a few minutes, Brad.
Never safe either to see people getting out of their vehicles here in this situation. All right, Sam, we'll get back to you in just a little bit. Want to talk some business news. I'll look at what's happening on the stock market right now. Dow Jones, NASDAQ both up. The Dow up almost 34 points. The NASDAQ up more than 13 points right now, pushing the S&P 500, by the way, toward its third straight week of gains. So investors happy with the numbers as of late. Experts are weighing in on how to prevent another propane shortage. Senator Al Franken leading yesterday's discussion, talking about the possibility of having a propane reserve in the Midwest. Some folks like the idea. Others, though, were concerned about the cost being too high to actually trigger the reserve. Today's average propane cost is $3.26 a gallon. That is up from an average of $1.70 last fall. Up next, another update on the traffic mess that we have been seeing all morning long. Some very dangerous road conditions out there. Ken Barlow also back with the wind and the chill in the forecast. Stay with us.
I realized at that moment, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference right here in my community.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
Amish Showroom is having a bedroom sale. Amish isn't a style, it's master craftsmanship using time-tested skills, and we custom build. And as a direct distributor, we pass this significant savings on to you. Amish Showroom, just 10 minutes south of the airport on Highway 52.
Hey, Henry.
Chevy President's Day is here.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Get great offers on 2014 Chevy vehicles in stock. Hey, we just wouldn't want you to miss out.
Welcome to Chevy President's Day. You got it.
Just announced. Now get a 2014 Chevy Equinox LS for around $199 a month during Chevy President's Day. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
I'm Becky.
And I'm Mike.
This is our MNsure story.
As a small business owner, investing in our employees' health has always been a priority for us.
We had tried several different health plans. Lovely plans in themselves, but not affordable for us.
When MNsure came along, it was finally the right fit.
I saw a drop in payment by almost 50%.
It's affordable health care that we can sustain that gives us the peace of mind for our employees to have that coverage when they need it.
Find your plan today at MNsure.org.
Jake and I have been best friends for years. One of our favorite things to do is going to the dog park together. Sometimes my COPD makes it hard to breathe. So my doctor prescribed Symbicort. It helps significantly improve my lung function, starting within 5 minutes. Symbicort doesn't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden symptoms. With Symbicort, today I'm breathing better. Come on, boy.
Symbicort is for COPD, including chronic bronchitis and emphysema. It should not be taken more than twice a day. Symbicort contains formoterol. Medicines like formoterol increase the risk of death from asthma problems. Symbicort may increase your risk of lung infections, osteoporosis, and some eye problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it.
Now Symbicort significantly improves my lung function, starting within 5 minutes, and that makes a difference in my breathing. Today, I'm hanging out with my best friend. Talk to your doctor about Symbicort. I got my first prescription free. Call or go online to learn more.
If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Amish Showroom is having a bedroom sale. Amish isn't a style, it's master craftsmanship using time-tested skills, and we custom build. And as a direct distributor, we pass this significant savings on to you. Amish Showroom, just 10 minutes south of the airport on Highway 52.
Don't throw your money away. Come to your neighborhood Pawn America now.
Welcome back. A big congratulations if you were able to drive this morning and not get stuck. A lot of our fellow motorists were not so lucky in the aftermath of the biggest snowfall so far this season. Let's get over to Sam Ryan, who has had an eye on the roads all morning long, and it is treacherous.
Yeah, it really is, Brad. And I just want to bring you a quick update that they just opened up 694 now heading eastbound. That's some great news. And I want to show you the scene over at 694 and 35E and take a look at our traffic cam. We've seen multiple semis. Most of these vehicles that get stuck are the big rigs. And this is what it looks like here, but we also have our Chopper 5 right above that region. And here's what it looks like from our Chopper 5 cam. If we, do we have that, guys? There it is. Yeah, you see the slowdowns. You see the big rigs that are stuck there. So we have lots of semis that are unable to make it up small inclines. We've also seen other vehicles spin out due to ice-covered roads. There's probably 1/4 to 1/2 inch of ice covering almost the entire metro, so it's widespread. This isn't in any one exact location. I want to show you some other cameras around the region where we saw 394 westbound coming out of the Lowry Hill Tunnel. Take a look at this. It is completely shut down. We have a couple cars that are able to zigzag themselves around, but look at this. This guy right here, he's pushing this vehicle. This is looks like an SUV, 4-wheel drive. You know, it really doesn't matter. We've seen tons of different vehicles getting stuck in these icy conditions. This is a major highway, 394 westbound coming out of the tunnel. Look at this, Lexington. We have big rigs that are stuck. There's one. There's another. We had more than that, but look at this. They got the salt trucks. They have not one, but 2 salt trucks that are just laying down a blanket of salt and sand. We can kind of see it right there if you look real closely, where they are blanketing the entire interstate now with salt. It's been slick all the way from 35E, and take a look at this. As soon as one semi gets across this bridge at 94 westbound and 280, another one gets stuck, and there we have it again. Now, I spoke with somebody, a viewer, who wrote to me and said these big rigs are getting stuck because they're empty, not because they're full. And previously, I thought it was because they're too heavy. He said, no. If they're heavy, if they're full, they're able to get through this stuff okay, but what happens is when they're empty, they can't get through. Look at this crosstown. We've seen big rigs being stuck on the crosstown all day long. This is at Highway 100, where they've actually routed traffic away from Highway 100 or crosstown eastbound to Tracy Avenue. They're having to route traffic around that region because it's just too slippery to get by. Again, we have seen these conditions all the way around the metro. Even if you go up into Maple Grove at 494 and Bass Lake Road, we also see the entire highway being basically shut down. So if you decide to go out, note that you're going to have to zigzag yourself around many big rigs, and you're going to have to deal with icy conditions. I spoke with my wife earlier, Brad. She spun out on 494. It's quite scary. Back to you. Yes, it is for sure. Are we going to Chopper 5 next? We are. Okay, let's check in now with Ken Melchior. We checked in with him about 30 minutes ago. The scene from above is just as bad. It's a mess out there, Ken.
Yes, it is. Right now, we're over 694 and 35E, and you have to say we got 10 inches of snow. We're just short of that, but we're definitely rising to the occasion. What you're witnessing down here on westbound 694 is a very resourceful tow truck driver. He's going to hook up to a tractor trailer that's stuck on the ice, and they've cabled the back of that tractor trailer to a car that's spun out. He's going to pull them both out at the same time. So definitely Minnesotans rising to the occasion. Right now, it's the same story, though, all across the metro area. Is the underlying ice all along the interstates is causing a problem, particularly when you get into a slight grade. They confront with a spin out ahead. Tractor trailer has to stop for that, and then he can't get started. So there's blockages around major roadways all around the metro area. Back to you.
Well, hopefully we can zoom out a little more. I want to stick with you just for another minute or so, Ken, to talk about some of these. We know there were at least 40 jackknife tractor trailers through the course of the night around Minnesota. As we were hearing earlier, it's because that they're empty rather than full. And as you mentioned, they just can't get up these hills. We saw a lot of these pictures down in Atlanta, thought we were kind of above that. We knew how to take care of this, but with that thin layer of ice that we saw yesterday and now new snowfall, there's no way around it for a lot of these big rigs.
That's right. You know, when you have the rig that's empty, they got a lot of momentum going around a turn, and they'll get themselves into a jackknife situation with a layer of ice underneath them, it's very difficult for them to control. On the flip side of that, if they have a full trailer, they're confronted with a crash or an incident ahead of them where they have to slow down, and that layer of ice underneath, they just can't get the traction to get going.
Do you get any sense of the side roads, how they are doing? We've been focused all hour at this point on the interstates. Side roads even worse, I would imagine.
Yeah, side roads are difficult too because they're not laying down sand or chemical at this point. And right now, all the trucks, including the city trucks, are overloaded, getting the streets plowed. So for at least through the rest of the afternoon here, you might be on your own in some areas. And looks like we may have another spin out just on westbound 694 again. Back to you.
And the State Patrol always says stay in your car in an incident like this, especially in these slick, slippery conditions. Doesn't take much, as we're seeing, for those spinouts. And if you're out of your vehicle, you're really at the mercy of plain luck keeping it safe. So again, a good reminder to stay put. With cell phones these days, you can call for help. All right, Ken Melchior with the scene from up in the sky. Ken, thank you. Now we're going to get over to Catherine Johnson. Since I guess about 4:30 this morning, she's been riding the roads. Catherine, what are you seeing this morning?
Hey guys, this is the crosstown heading west, and look at this, we're seeing asphalt. This is a great sign. We're actually getting some melt out here, but it's also giving us a look at how much ice is on the roads out here in the metro. It's at least an inch thick between what we're seeing on the asphalt and then getting back on the ice right here. We narrowly avoided 3 accidents this morning ourselves. If we weren't at least leaving 3 car lengths space between us and the driver ahead of us, we could have been involved in a few crashes because we just keep seeing these cars spin out one after another. We want to slow down, take care of each other today. The biggest problem on the roads, obviously this ice, even more so, the ice on a slight incline. Even the smallest hill will cause you trouble today because if you get stuck in standstill traffic, you may not get going again. One other thing to keep in mind, we just saw a driver on their cell phone looking down, maybe texting, doing something while driving in these conditions. Please, 2 hands on the wheel. White knuckles. I want to see those white knuckles. We got to make it through this together. We got to take care of each other. Right now, back to you guys in the studio.
Driving instructor Catherine Johnson with the latest there. Let's check in with Ken because we're also dealing with cold and wind, right?
It's the wind. I'll tell everybody right away, the snow is done except for the blowing snow. That's why there's a winter weather advisory. No more falling snow, but it will blow around a little bit. Now it's gone from a weather story of falling snow to more of a news traffic story. That's what we're spending most of our time on. All you have to know about the weather is it's going to be cold but dry this weekend. Brad?
All right, thanks. This is kind of cool. If you'd like to see a few inches of snow fall in just a few seconds, one of our photographers setting up a camera, recording it overnight. 3 inches of snow, we figure, falling here in 8 seconds. Fortunately, it doesn't really happen that fast. Hopefully that lens is waterproof as well. Showcasing creative Minnesotans is a story that's coming up next. We'll be right back.
Hello, Bonfi. I need some help with my plumbing.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
Becker Furniture World has extended the President's Day sale. It's your last chance to get huge store-wide savings. Plus, get an additional $200 coupon and pay no interest for 4 years. It absolutely ends Monday at all 6 Becker locations.
As a production assistant, I'm always running around. Need me to track down a really big prop? Totally new wardrobe? I'm on it. My dream is to make movies one day. Right now, I'm working on it because I know that one day I'll be the one behind that camera.
And I will do it for you.
Road trip? Hibernation time.
It's the Hibernation Sales Event at White Bear Mitsubishi. Pick your payment on a new Outlander Sport SUV. Lease today for as little as $99 a month, or pay $199 a month with 0 down, or buy starting at $15,995. And every vehicle purchase includes the White Bear Mitsubishi Forever Warranty. Unlimited miles forever.
Whoa, you can't take that.
Find your Mitsubishi at whitebearmitsu.com.
At Jenny-O, we heard of a place in Iowa where every Thursday, people ride 10 miles for tacos. We thought we'd show up and surprise them with a better kind of taco, made with Jenny-O ground turkey, cooked thoroughly to 165.
I'd feed my kids turkey tacos over regular tacos any day.
I think that they're light and they're just fresh tasting.
Yeah, when I eat well, I feel well.
It's time for a better taco.
The tacos tonight were pretty much perfect.
Make the switch. Look for Jenny-O ground turkey at a store near you.
At Schuler Shoes, our fit specialists are all about you, your length, your width, and your life.
I wanna put on my Schuler shoes.
Office meetings, city streets, or running trail. Be comfortable wherever life takes you. Let our fit experts help you explore an extensive selection of footwear. Then choose styles that fit both your feet and your life.
I wanna put on my Schuler shoes.
After you vacation in the water park capital of the world, you'll never look at water the same way again. Go to Whistels.com and get your free vacation guide.
News when you want it. Check out the all-new KSTP.com.
Hello, Bonfi? I need some help with my electrical.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
It is certainly the story of the hour. Let's get over to Sam Ryan again with all the problems we're seeing on the roads.
Thanks, Brad. Yeah, we are seeing multiple semis that are just getting stuck on these icy patches. Here's one in particular, 94 heading westbound. We see one semi, 2 and 3 right now that are stuck. Now we do have a tow truck up in this direction. There are actually 2 of them, and they're just trying to bring these big rigs up the incline enough to get them going on their own. But the problem is just down the road, we're panning the camera, but just down the road at 280, we also have another slippery spot where the trucks are unable to get up another incline. And here is yet another area where we're seeing a lot of vehicles get stuck. And this is on 394 westbound as you head through the tunnel. So it is treacherous out there. We also have 494 heading northbound. And we have Ken live in the 5 Eyewitness News chopper. And he has some other footage to show you. And I'll let him take it from there.
Yeah, Sam, we're coming into downtown St. Paul, right in the heart of Spaghetti Junction, westbound 94, just coming off the 35. 2 tractor trailers back to back, stuck on the ice, blocking traffic. Looks like westbound 94 coming from Woodbury. We're starting to see some backup there, and also from southbound 35E coming into the city, seeing some backup. These 2 guys are stuck on the ice, no tow truck in sight. Back to you.
Ken Melk, you're up in Chopper 5. You see the problems with the trucks more than anything else getting stuck as they're trying to go up some of these hills. And as a result of that, it is backing up traffic for a good bit until help can get there. And the problem, let's bring in
Ken.
Sorry, being talked to in my ear. Let's bring in Ken here and talk a little bit about the ice that formed yesterday, and that is creating the problem with this new snowfall coming in, and as a result, no match.
Well, I have a scientific theory about this. I mentioned it earlier. If you rub your hands together, you get heat. That's called friction.
Yes.
I think that what happened is we all got in very easily overnight last night, but when all the cars started going over the ice, friction was created by the tires, and that creates a little layer, because of the heat, of water, just like an ice skater does. Creates a little layer of water beneath the blade, and he kind of skates right on by. And
Doesn't take much.
I think that's what happened this morning. Let's check out what's happening this afternoon, shall we? It's back to the heavy coats. Yes, it is. The parka, the polar fleece, whatever you want to call it. It's back because the wind chill is back. You have to shovel again. I would wait a little while because the wind's going to blow it around if you can, and do it a little bit later this afternoon when the wind finally subsides. Yes, we do have some flurries of light snow as you head up 35, but for the metro area and all the surrounding counties, the snow is done. However, the wind continues to gust to 33 at Minneapolis International, Minneapolis-St. Paul International, and in the city of St. Paul, still gusting to 30. And look at St. Cloud, gusting to 37 miles per hour. That's why there's a winter weather advisory. It's not due to the fact that we're getting more snow. That's not happening. It's whatever is on the ground is simply blowing around. 9, right now the west wind at 18, that's giving us that ugly wind chill back after being gone for a little while at 10 degrees below zero. Here are the temperatures. 9, again, here in the Twin Cities, at least the Minneapolis side. St. Paul is 10. Looking to the north, it's also 10 at Cambridge and Princeton. The cold air is kind of locked in for now. I do think we'll tick up a little bit, back up into the teens. Unfortunately, with the wind, it won't feel like it. It is 0 at Bemidji, but with the wind up there, it feels like 22 below 0. Alexandria feels like 23 below 0, and down in Wilmer, it feels like 10 below. That's a very common number across the Twin Cities metro, right around 10, 12, 13 below 0, as you see here. So a very cold afternoon. We'll break down like this. By 2 o'clock, we should be somewhere in the mid to upper teens, dropping very quickly, though, by 6 o'clock under clear skies to 13. 9 o'clock, we're down to 11, and when you wake up tomorrow morning, it's back. That ugly fat 0 will be back with us again tomorrow morning and likely on Sunday, too. I just feel better calling it names. 18 degrees this afternoon, windy with partial sun. The wind will slowly subside late this afternoon. Tonight, cold. Wind chills as low as 20 below. Actual air temp 0. Looking ahead to tomorrow, a quiet start to the weekend. No snow, not a lot of wind at all. 15, a lot of sunshine. Same on Sunday, lots of sunshine. 14 degrees. 12 with some scattered flurries on Monday. Doesn't look like anything big. And then staying cold all next week. Brad, on Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be lucky to get to 8 and 7 degrees respectively. There's always a bright spot. I had to dig around for it, but there it is.
I thought you were going to say it was like 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah, well, it was actually 3 or 4 days ago.
Right.
We had 40.
Yes, I know.
But the future bright spot looks like tomorrow, because the winds will be down and it'll be sunny.
It'll be a bright spot because we'll be past this evening commute.
Yeah, I think this evening
tomorrow
is obviously going to be pretty
Yeah,
rough,
it's going. We want to, in fact, go back down to Chopper 5 and Ken again, because Ken, you are at 94 and 35E in St. Paul, and you're saying that it just keeps getting worse there.
Yeah, there were 2 tractor trailers that were stalled up a grade going on westbound 94 just south of 35E. That 2 turned into 4, then into 5. And as we look to the west, and you can see from Chopper 5 right now from this picture, we're traveling westbound 94 towards 94 and 280. You can see an accident right there near Snelling and 280. It's blocking traffic. It is slow and go. West of downtown St. Paul towards Snelling Avenue. We're heading there right now. We should be able to give you an update in about 60 seconds. Back to you.
Let me ask you this. Are you seeing primarily stalls, or are you seeing actual crashes?
I'm seeing a little of everything. First of all, there's stalled cars on the side of the road. Some of them left there from last night. And crashes, part of that again. I mean, this is kind of an old story now, but the underlying ice, the cars come around a corner or go up a grade or down a grade. That underlying ice catches them off guard. They start a braking action, lose control, and then crash. So I would say you've got about 30% crashes, 30% stalls, and then the remaining 40% is just people stuck on ice, and that's primarily tractor trailers.
Yeah.
As we're approaching the incident right now, you can see we got another tractor trailer stuck on ice. He just got hooked up to a tow truck. Back to you.
Yeah, so help is getting there as quickly as it can. Of course, it's also alarming emergency vehicles in some of these crash situations trying to get there, and there is no fast way to do it. Ken, thanks a lot for the latest there from Chopper 5. We will check back with you if we need to one more time, but for now, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
All new Monday, Juan Pablo meets the families. All new Tuesday, the fantasy suites turn into nightmares.
Something obviously happened. It's important that you hear that from Juan Pablo.
The Bachelor 2-night event, all new starting Monday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
It's Empire's buy one, get two free sale. Buy carpet or flooring with installation for 1 room and get carpet or flooring for 2 rooms free. Schedule a free in-home estimate now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Honda Civic beats Toyota Corolla with more horsepower, better gas mileage, more passenger room, rear view camera and steering wheel mounted controls standard on Civic, but not on Corolla. Drive a new Civic, just $159 a month, and Honda wins Kelley Blue Book Awards for most trusted, best overall, and best value brand again. Test drive Civic today and see why Honda Civic beats Toyota Corolla. Drive a new Civic, $159 a month at your Honda dealer. Shop Honda.com.
My husband and I, we had bought a house and we were getting settled. And then I found out that I had a brain tumor and couldn't go back to my job. One of my first thoughts was, how was I going to pay for this? Our insurance costs just kept going up. Then I checked out MINSURE. I turned to my husband and I said, I can't believe this is actually real. My new plan saves us $700 a month and it covers everything I need. Find your plan today at MINSURE.org.
Alarm Force, America's most trusted name in home security, gives you no charge, live two-way voice protection. When an alarm is triggered, a live link is established between your home and the Alarm Force Central Station.
The police have been dispatched.
We can voice threaten the burglar out and stay with you until help arrives. Call today and ask about Video Relay, Alarm Force's cutting-edge video surveillance technology that connects directly to your smartphone.
Call 1-800-267-2001. Alarm Force.
At CenterPoint Energy, we're giving you more reassurance with Home Service Plus.
Major appliance breakdowns can be unpredictable and expensive. Don't like costly repairs. Break the bank. Protect your appliances with the Home Service Plus repair plan, and you may never have to pay out of pocket on covered parts and labor. Right now, get 2 months free when you enroll in our repair plan.
We're giving you more solutions. Call or go to hsbtoday.com/repair. CenterPoint Energy. Always there.
Big news for allergy sufferers. 24-hour prescription nasal sprays are the most effective class of treatment for nasal allergies. And now, for the first time, one's available without a prescription. New Nasacort Allergy 24-hour. There's a science to why it's so effective. Your symptoms are caused by your body's chemical responses to allergens. Antihistamines target only one of these responses. Nasacort stops more, relieving your worst nasal allergy symptoms, even congestion, for 24 hours. New Nasacort stops more of what makes you miserable.
It's Empire's buy one, get two free sale. When you buy carpet with installation for one room, you can get carpet for 2 rooms free.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Visit the Minneapolis Home and Garden Show. Buy tickets online and save $2.
I think we are due to talk about some wintertime fun. All of the snow is going to keep crews busy getting ready for day 2 of the Red Bull Crashed Ice competition going on in St. Paul before the skaters hit the ice for the national shootout. Yesterday, crews had to shovel the course, get it ready for everyone. It's going to be the same situation, no doubt about it, again today. Lisa Huber from Visit St. Paul says if you're going to watch today's competition, give yourself plenty of time to get there.
So get here early. I mean, it's an exciting atmosphere. There's merchandise stands, there's food, there's drinks. You can hang out, take it in, and then the competition starts at 6:45, and everything will be ready to go.
Not sure anyone is getting anywhere early today, but that international shootout gets started at noon, so in just a few minutes, the team competition finals are set for 7:30 tonight. Let's get a check to see what's happening today on Twin Cities Live, and Emily Engberg is here. Hi, Emily.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm great. You?
Good, not
Trying to
too
stay
bad.
warm and out of the car.
I know, I'm telling you what, it is not fun out there, but we have a lot of fun on Twin Cities Live coming up today at 3 o'clock. I love when I get to surprise people, and today I get to do it again. I'm going to give away a free vacation. If you see me hiding behind a snow pile in your neighborhood, well, guess what? It might be you winning this big prize. And Elizabeth is going to head-to-head with one of our favorite cooks in the Mac and Cheese Challenge. One will be walking away with a golden grater. That's today at 3 o'clock.
Tuesdays just got more interesting. Join me, Joe Schmidt, for Ryan Suter Unplugged Tuesdays at 6.
The President's Day sale at Home Furniture ends Saturday. Get an additional 5% off sale prices or 10% off when you spend $14.99. Plus, get 0 interest financing until 2018. The President's Day sale at Home Furniture.
Accidents happen, but don't give up on your car. Bring it to Maaco. For a limited time, get 20% off collision repairs up to $500. Let us get you back on the road and on to your next adventure. Easy, affordable, and reliable. Maaco, America's Body Shop.
Come see our full line of symmetrical all-wheel drive snow throwers from Bloomington Subaru, like the Subaru Outback, Forester, and XV Crosstrek. Break the chill with red-hot 0% financing on your new Outback or Legacy, and 0.9 APR on the 2014 Impreza. Friendly people, low prices, and a huge selection all add up to making Bloomington Subaru the Upper Midwest's #1 volume leader. On the corner of Lyndale and 494, near the Mall of America.
Welcome to 4-Day Medical Store. 4-Day Medical Store has one of the Midwest's biggest inventories of quality and affordable home healthcare aids for daily living. If you're looking for a bed and bath safety products, walking aids, compression stockings, or a CPAP, 4-Day Medical Store can help you. And 4-Day Medical Store has the largest display of lift chairs and scooters in the Twin Cities area with the lowest prices guaranteed. Visit one of our showrooms or go to 4daymedicalstore.com. 4-Day Medical Store, locally owned and operated.
I'm a mom from Plymouth. My name is Stephanie, and this morning I got my groceries from Cub, and I brought my receipt here to Walmart to compare prices. It's really important to my family to try to save money and stay within a budget.
Cookies and crackers, you could have saved $179 here at Walmart.
Wow.
Yeah, and Thomas English muffins, $121 less than a Cub.
That's a lot. That takes the stress out of trying to stay under the grocery budget so much.
$133.74, that's a savings of over $20 or 13%.
That's amazing. I've got a new store.
Introducing Bright Spot. Get unlimited talk, text, and web for just $50 a month with no annual contract. And get a $25 Target gift card every 6 months. Bright Spot. Activate now and get your second month on us.
The gold medal race is on at Home Sleep Express. Bust out from the pack with 5% off any purchase and bring home the gold with 10% savings when you spend $14.99. Plus 0 interest financing until 2016. Gold medal savings at Sleep Express.
Warner Stallion, Minnesota's own appliance specialist.
Just a couple minutes to go. We wanted to get back to Sam Ryan and the traffic situation. 494, 694, 94. There are slowdowns or complete stoppages on all of these interstates, it seems.
Yeah, there really are, Brad. We have seen many vehicles getting stuck, and this is just one at the location of Crosstown. And you see this car, he's all by himself right now. There were other cars that were stuck there on the Crosstown heading east all the way from about 169 until you reach close to 35W. We are seeing sections of that close. Here's the scene at 694 on Main Street. One other spot I want to show you real quick before we get to that is 494, and this is heading northbound. This has been stopped with all these big rigs being stuck from time to time. Big icy stretch on 494. We've seen accidents also on 494. You see it here. This is 494 heading north as you approach 394, and we see some of the vehicles there. And then from time to time, these big rigs will get stuck because you see all of the white on the roads. Well, that's normally salt, but in this case, it is now ice. So now I'm going to take you back to 694 and Central, where we have an accident that occurred, and they've completely shut down 694 heading eastbound. And we also have Chopper 5. He's live. Ken is live right now. Ken, what are you seeing from up there?
We just arrived at 694 and Central. On eastbound 694, we've got, again, stalled trucks due to ice, multiple tow trucks. We've got, looks like what wound up being a collision, and at least 3 tractor trailers that are stuck on the ice. It is slow and go. They've got it down to essentially 1 lane on eastbound 694 at Central. Back to you.
All right, the plows are out, right? We're focusing on these incidents. Have we seen the plows? Okay. We, of course, are going to stay on top of this through the day. Much more coming up at 4:30. Please stay safe.